Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. So today I've got my Instagram up, and you may not know, but I'm a good fan of the TV show The Next Step, which is a dance show for kids, and I love watching it. I still do love watching it. It's such a good, fun dance show. If you're into dance and drama and those sort of things, and it is an American TV show, but it's a great show. So today I thought I'd go on my Instagram. There is an account which is different opinions and those sort of things. So I'm gonna read them out, and then I'm gonna see if I agree with them or not. So I'm going to start with. Let's start. And if you guys are fans of The Next Step, then you can see if you agree with my opinions or not. So I'll start with this one. So the first one says, Noah having lots of girlfriends I feel doesn't fit his character. He looks like he'd be genuine to one girl and he has treated relationships right. However, after one season he just goes straight out without hardly a decent explanation. His character, Noah, he does move on to his girlfriends pretty quickly. He just then they leave and do whatever. So like Abby, he got Abby, then he got together, and then when National started, she just disappeared, so I don't know where she went to. And then she went to Amanda, and Amanda went on tour for one season, so then he lost her. And then the last good one he had was with Jackie, and then for 2 years, good problem with Henry, and he had problems with Henry, and that was solved. And then season 6, going into season 6, and then season 6 happened, and then he left, and so did Jackie, and it was ended. So I'm not sure if I'd say he's a good dancer. Just I feel like he could have had a break from having girlfriends, apart from season 1, season 2, but it was in a J Troop at that point. But I feel like if he still an issue, if it wasn't an issue but just focused on him and had no girlfriends, I think he would be a good character. So the next one says, H should go to nationals. B Troop don't deserve it. They haven't been to regionals, and H are not doing a ruin TNS because then there will be no originals. Now, people have been feeling about this for a while. In my opinion, I think A Troop should go to nationals because they're A Troop and they've had more experience than B Troop, and B Troop are B Troop. They're supposed to sit back and just chill and not supposed to do anything. But then I'd also like a couple of the B Troopers to go into A Troop. It's like Cleo and Jude and those sort of people, and Winnie as well, who haven't been. So I'd say take people like Heathcliff and Kenzie off the team and put those people who have been good B Troopers onto the A-Troop team, but keep the originals like Piper and Rochelle and those sort of people. I think Summer should be taken off because I'm not sure that Summer doesn't fit with A-Troop. She's just got on there and then decides, oh, I want to go to nationals now, not you, B-Troop, and I think that's just a bit unfair on B-Troop. So I think that a couple of B-Troop, but not entirely B-Troop, and keep most of A-Troop in. So I do disagree with most of it, just a little bit B-Troop could go as well. I think the point of the show is completely unrealistic now. It used to have more relatable storylines, not being able to avoid dance, bullying, etc. But now it seems some more challenges, like turning the locker room into an airport. I think the point of the show is completely unrealistic now. It used to have more relatable storylines. Okay, same thing again. So, I agree. There's some unrealistic points, like Finn missing his flight. People do miss their flights, but exactly I think with the Heathcliff being scared of flying and then turning into an airport, that was just a bit silly and a bit ridiculous. And then Rochelle just falling on the floor and having makeup or whatever it was, on her was a bit weird. But I do get but most of it I do understand. But yeah, there's some bits that I don't really get. If you know what I mean? Which bit, like a little bit strange, but yeah, like Finn being a star of Fruity Moons and Alfie being a prince. Like I don't know what those two were on about. Because no one's very unlikely to be in a commercial or prince or whatever, so those sort of things I think were unrelatable and just silly, but most bits were understandable. I wish all the OGs didn't just leave so suddenly. Like, they had some great seasons, but then they would leave. It'd be better if they would not just leave them barely seen again. If they had them in a few episodes now and again, that would make it better. They could also give advice and help out. I agree. What it depends. I think some OGs, so Riley and James could be come back just to give some advice to Emily or Emily. Actually, no, because Emily's left, of course. But I think James should come back for Piper, especially Piper, because she give her little sister and check on her sister a lot. And same with Riley and check on Piper. But apart from that, I don't think anyone else should come back. Because there's got no one there. But I think the only one that should come back, maybe James and Riley should come back. Apart from that, I don't think there's any need for any more OG to come back. So I disagree from most of that. I'm honestly so mad that Rashoti didn't happen in season 7. I really thought it would. They barely had any scenes together, and it's not fair because we've been waiting for 3 years. Instead, we got stupid couples like Kinston and Lou, which no one even wanted in the first place. I did ship Rashoti and Ozzy in season 6. Didn't ship them in season 7. That's just my opinion. I didn't ship them in season 7. I don't know why. I shouldn't ship them. But Kingston, I'm not saying with Kingston Lee, I didn't ship them, but somehow he just had lots of arguments which were funny, but was unnecessary. So the only couple that I liked in season 7 was Piper and Finn. And I think most people people don't like how it's filmed, and I say I didn't like how it's filmed. I think it could have been natural. I didn't think Finn should date Amy, but at least both of them went in couples that they were happy with. So yeah. In season 6, Amy's story was focused completely on becoming a featured dancer, and she proved to Michelle and Emily she could do that. Yet in season 7, there was no mention of this, or did she make a fuss about being featured and recognition and was never mentioned again after season 6 ended. In the off-season, it was a little bit, and in season 7, because when they said, when Finn said, you know who was there for Piper, when they were thinking about them to become friends, Finn was trying to apologise to Amy, and Amy said, "Oh, I don't want to be friends. I don't want to be. We don't need to be friends." And was like, "Okay, so when you abandoned Piper, you went to Acronation. You abandoned Piper. You know who was there for her? Me." And then, Amy regrets moving to Acronation. So there was a little bit of mention of Acronation, not too much. I feel like Amy should have had a main role in the dance and dance, mainly, and maybe instead of Piper being the lonely one in the group dance, it should have been Amy and Henry with the duet they choreographed. No, I don't think anyone should have a main role. I think it's a group dance. I think in the Alice in Wonderland themed, I think someone should have been a main dance. I think it should just been a whole together group dance. I don't like having one person being the main role. You guys might disagree with me with that, but I don't like one person, especially Summer as well, because of course I don't like Summer. But I think people should have been a bit more fair. Everyone should have a fair part in Dance Media Resurrection Round, the solo direct contribution round should have had their own episode. The Dance Media episode felt like they were jamming too many scenes together, especially considering how short J. Crew's bonfire dance was. It would have actually been nice if the Emily and Michelle scene were in the actual episode. I would like the Emily and Michelle scene to be in the episode. But I'd also like I disagree with that. I think it was all good they were all together. I don't think it would last too long. They put all the scenes together, so I disagree with that in that sense. But because they've also got other things put aside in this episode as well, because they've got the Piper and Finn song, they've got behind the scenes at the hotel and those sort of things put together. So I think it was fine the way it was. I don't think it needed to make that much longer. That's my opinion. I feel like when Davis entered the studio in season 6, she should have known she wasn't going to be a lead dancer. In some dances, she would just join straight away, went to encore. And she wasn't going to be in any dances, and she is a good dancer, but definitely not the best. Davis is a good dancer. She would have been in some dances. She would have been in the main group dance. I think she should have been happy with that. We only saw her when she was on encore. We only saw her in main dance. I don't know if you guys saw her. If she wasn't in dances, well, I might be mistaken. But the only one I remember was just seeing her was in the encore group dance. Yeah, it was wrong for Piper to have done the aerial and the contemporary dance, and they both agreed to not doing the acro. I agree, because then I agree with that Piper shouldn't have done the acro. I'm glad she did it because she managed to do it, but she did manage to do it in the final dance. Emily, I don't think she should have done it in the battle though. At the end of the day, I think she should stick to what she did. She agreed, and then so I felt bad about even though I love Piper, she shouldn't have done it. And I agree with Davis on that part. She's emotional. She can't be expected to be given a big feature in dance. I don't think she was actually looking for a big role. I think she was just looking to be in dances, and that's what she was. She was telling Jackie to help her. Telling Jackie, she just wanted to be. She just wanted to be in dance. She wasn't like Amy. Like, I want to be top. I want to be front row. I want to be the main star of the show. That's what Amy was doing, but Davis just wanted to be the main leader. But yeah, I think I'll do about 2 or 3 more. I thought the whole Riley cheating on James and Alfie idea was just stupid because Riley knows how much it hurts, because when she saw Bevan and James, she was heartbroken. She would never do that to anyone. That's not the type of person Riley is. I didn't like either of them, to be honest, but it had to happen because it is real life. I think it was a good idea. I think it was a ridiculous thing of Alfie. I think Riley cheating on James. But I agree, stupid. I think it should have been. She should have just ridiculous. She should have gone to Alfie. No, thank you. I've got a boyfriend. I don't want to do anything. But instead she just kissed. And she's been kissing Beth and James. Just kissed like twice. They were kissing like 3 or 4 times, which I found just absolutely stupid. And then somehow they just got back together. I did like them getting back together. I just wish she apologized. To James. I gradually apologised to Piper. I wish she would apologise to James, which I didn't see her do. She said she loved him, but she didn't apologise, which I think she should have done. Which, unlike James, she should have done. But anyway, people are saying the team acting childish, but they're children teams. That's how teams I know act. Sure, the show could make the characters more mature and all that kind of stuff, but it wouldn't lead to much drama for the drama show. The way they're acting right now, I do like the way it is. So there's no need to make it any more mature. I think it's just the way. So apart from Prince, the Fruity Moons is just really childish, and the everything else. I think it's fine the way it is. So people are saying it's childish. It's not. It is supposed to be a kids' show, so there are going to be some kiddie stuff in there. But apart from that, everything else fine. This will be the last one. Boys are represented horribly on TNS. They make them all either stupid and instead of a bro or a mean character. As a boy, this really annoys me. Male characters are usually boyfriends or side characters, main female characters. I disagree with that. I think they are represented nicely. Most boys were represented nicely. Finn was presented as a nice boy. He just did some not very good things, but he is a good character. Same with Ozzy, Heathcliff, those sort of people. Who in Kingston as well. So I don't think boys are represented horribly. Eldon was a good character. Wes was a good character. James was a good character. Of course, Danny we didn't like, but so I disagree with Dan. I think of that because the fact that the female characters do the boys do get big roles. Like I said, James and those people do get big roles. I don't disagree. I disagree with that. So yeah. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. If you want me to do a part 2 to this, then let me know. To do a part 2 of this, me doing, reacting to confessions and my opinions to it. So let me know. But otherwise, I'll leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please like and comment if you wanted part 2. And I'll see you all next time. See you soon. Bye.